It's a trilogy. סוף כל סוף, כן. איזה סוף כל סוף? סיימתי זה פעם קודמת. מה יש לי כל הזמן? whatever, באמת whatever. בואו פשוט ניגש לפרק של היום. או שניגש לפרק של היום. Farewell my turnabout. הטרייל. הפעם אני לא אעשה את זה חילוק לשני חלקים כמו שעשיתי קודם לאינבסטיגיישן. אם במקרה זה יהיה מחולק לשני חלקים obviously. אלא אני אעשה את זה בלייב אחד, אז אם במקרה זה כן יהיה מחולק לשני חלקים, תצפו ללייב יותר ארוך. אבל מעבר לזה, farewell my turnabout. טרייל אחד. בואו נתחיל. 22 במרץ, 9:47, דיסטריקוד, דפנדנט לובי 3. מה שאני דווקא מתכנן לעשות זה לנסות לסיים את Justice For All לפני היום הולדת שלי, שזה בעצם על פי הטיימר שבסאב גול. אז כן, אז לא יותר לי כזה הרבה זמן, אז אני צריך לקוות שיהיה לי מספיק זמן ומזל בשביל לעשות את זה. אז בואו נתחיל. אוקיי. עשיתי משהו... אוקיי, דיסקורדי. Hey, Jen, that's what it looks like. Who? No way. A woman can't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude. Like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze. Alright? Can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Oh. What's that? Oh, it's almost at me there. Oh! Mia! Hi! מתי היה הפעם האחרונה שראיתי את מיה? אני כבר לא יודע. You must get a complete quote today. I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Oh! It's him. Marshall. This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, I checked on her earlier this morning. She seemed to be a little... how should we say it? Tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. כאילו, אם זה באמת הולך להיות רק יום אחד של investigation פלוס טרייל, אז אני יכול לסיים את הכל בלייב הזה. שזה יהיה ממש יהיה טוב. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. What? Present? Why in the world would you give me? Would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait! This kidnapper sent me a present. Mr. Lawyer, dude? Who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget to heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? ברא. 22 במרץ, 10, דיסטריקות, קוטום 3. בואו נעשה. שנייה אחת. אולי פרנזיסקה אמורה להיות חלק מהטרייל? איפה היא נמצאת? בדרך כלל פה יש פרוסיקיושן, אבל איפה פרנזיסקה? Court is now in session for the trial of Vanguard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Okay, that's the prosecution. So? I say, what happened to Miss Von Karm? Yeah, definitely. I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Yeah, bailiff. Your Honor. Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now, what is it? Mr. Von Karma. Miss Von Karma was shot by unknown gunman? Ma? What? Shot? What the fuck? Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. It's present. Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. Yes. This is totally insane! Miss Von Karma! Is she alright? I don't have the answer. Oh. She's alive and stable. מי זה עכשיו? Unstable. אוקיי, זה טוב. That's good. Oh. Why would show up? Edgewolf! המוזיקה! Wow! Your Honor. Due to circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready. Naturally. Wow! אז אני נגד Edgeworth! Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and I am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Malangard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling on for a long time. On my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Gumshoe מתחיל, okay. Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the local precinct. For now. Now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for the departed witness. The depressed witness. Wow. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Anyway, Phoenix, this is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah. It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Better facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Correa, was found dead in his hotel room. Still looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case has nothing to do with the murder. A guitar case? My castle. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant were alone in their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. מתחילים גם shows. Upon the hero of heroes, victim was found dead in his hotel room. They're looking into the cause of death. Cause of death? Wasn't that because Mr. Korea was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur believes something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime file. Now, the real probe's attention would be drawn here to this bandana. Oh my god, this bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tight around his neck, sir. Ah, yes, I see. His banana scent bandana. מה הקשר בננות עכשיו? Dad, what about the knife? Cynthia! It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Ew! Was strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Something suspicious about the case, Mom. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The German ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. We won't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, but how about this fear? And really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. What? Huh? Oh, we thought that too, but the only fingerprints in the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. Oh, so much for my fear then. There's Korea's fingerprints. Well, later found out the guitar case has nothing to do with the murder. Well, convinced it had nothing to do with the case. The guitar was on the Gateway Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The Broadway guitar was eventually found at a TV studio. The victim, Juan Korea, apparently only taken the case with him, sir. You mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. They really had nothing to do with the case at all. I believe there is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Malangard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes! Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well, Detective Gumshoe. Please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Why are some God? Mangar and one Korea were huge rivals with each other. They each felt the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there is the jamming ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Angard's hakum. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this premeditated murder. Okay. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Was the victim's blood and goat's fingerprints in the grip? Game water is in grip. And there's butter. It was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, but we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? But straight from these costumes covered in Korea's blood, found in Angard's account. All of this points very clear to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? I found a hole in your argument somehow. You give him press as hard as you would like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. But the knife for the crime. Law. The definition של זה בכלל לא מה שקרה. הסכין ליטרלי אומר שזה מהגיוור הוטל. Wait a second. What? So the reason that we argue is that it was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh? Has a gateway seal set into the handle. Gateway? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gateway Hotel. The murder knife was actually the property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There's no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. I don't know. The question is, where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. Came from the victim, Mr. Korea's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I'd like to draw the court's attention to what's on top of the table. There was a knife and a fork on the table. And where in the world did this knife come from? חדר של אנגרד. לא היה שמה. If it pleases the court, I'd like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Mangard. כן, אני מסכים. Especially what was on top of his team. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a simple knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints. And while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Mangard's knife was missing. We somehow had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would they carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Amazing, Mr. Ashworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. Seems like Edgeworth had this planned from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps. I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints from the button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of Your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? He means the evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense say to this, Mr. Wright? Well... Phoenix? The charge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we enter with something wrong here... That gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat. Right, there's something important and necessary to present at this court. אני לא בטוח. אני אגיד? Actually, I do, but אני לא יודע מה צריך לעשות. There's one! One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I'll say this one more time. I don't feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance. And only one. What the judge is saying, right? Is don't try to pull one of your usual bluffs here. To mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. Oh my god! Is that a college? Okay. I mean, I present one, and only one piece of evidence. Then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court? Love fear. Zaya. Zaya. Como שאתה זג זה? This is a wine glass, is it not? זה כל מה שהיה נותר שם בחדר. Let's look at the front of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup was all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that's sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant for consideration. מה קורה פה? Well, what do you all have to say? Oh, well, yes. He's a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth? What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to the glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. One person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. Could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. It does sound very plausible. Is it right? Could Miss Andrews really have set the glass down without thinking? There's no way. But being here, the trial is over. You can look for my proof later. But now I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it. If you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves that it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. It's just bluffing. Huh? Okay. Unlike Mr. Wright, I would never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? Oh boy, not sure. We're not thinking hard enough today, right? Do you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then... Of course it has been thoroughly inspected. For fingerprints? Fingerprints! There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims, nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews. What? That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding a glass when she went to see Mr. Korea. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. How do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenarios. It explains everything all too well. I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Radford. The prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. My verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness who would like to hear the court from. Who would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Mitch Sturridge were thinking? Wendy! Okay. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation.
Gotcha!
Wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier.
Oh, edgy boy. It's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report for the testimony, but what would I know that under that helmet? It was the wicked witch of the witness stand.
I told you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today, I'm going to tell you everything and anything and everything. If you think you don't have to do that terrible crime. This witness, that terrible crime is all the court needs to know. Oh. Josh, I'm talking to my dear Edgy right now. Turn around the scraps.
Oh my god, למה כל הזמן כשאני עושה את הכל שורד הגרון שלי כואב? או בואי, ואני חייב לעשות כמה טסטימונים שלו עם הדבר הזה, for fuck's sake. Yes, ma'am. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say. You're for hot-headed nowadays. Not to mention I'm either all edgy. Now, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It's a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It's almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were afraid of the victim? Look, everyone is crazy over on guard. Saying he's killed in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man. One career.
Those two were on the same age.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Edgy Boo.
Oh boy. I got actually! Fuck!
Anyway, to the ceremony, I went to pace around the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, so I was on the job. I made sure to keep a good eye on the whole time. That's when someone showed up. But there's a man coming out of the poor Juan's room. He was on guard, not on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
So Miss Angar came out of the victim's room.
See? Has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Miss Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. sort of. It was Ben coming up who won. It's a god. Oh my god, it's something else. But if I have, you saw my client. Are you sure about that?
You say.
Really?
Dang brat! When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. Person's clothes. Please tell the man the core about the man's clothes in more detail.
Troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now, what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
A gaudy thing he's always wearing. The racing jacket.
Oh. He was wearing that at the detention center too.
That thing's meant for nothing but
and you log it there? Right! Oh, Mr. Wright. Was this testament just not important or relevant in any way? Was very important. Cause it was important, Your Honor. Perhaps you would like to point out what part of the testimony was important? That you see it, Dwarf? Your Honor, I request that what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony.
I don't see where you're going with this, but alright. Witness, please. Oh well, I don't like to badmouth anyone for that reason. But if I must... He was wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show.
בהקמה. האמת? שנייה אחת אני אפילו בי רייט באק. אני חושב שאני יכול לחפש את זה בלי בעיות. מה זה הקמה? Oh! Fun fact! זה בעצם איך שנראה הקמה. Interesting. פשוט בגדים סינים רגילים. אוקיי. אבל על בטוח ידוע שהוא בעצם לבש את הג'קט. רגע, שנייה אחת. איך יכול להיות שיש עליו את הג'קט? אם אומרים שנמצא בעצם בהקמה. Oh my god! Missile bag!
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is?
Ah, it's a button number 2 of the Jumping Ninja's costume.
No, I know she's an obsessed fan. I identified it in a single glance.
Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this.
Wow. He really is a die-hard fan who wants the button covered in blood. This blood was discovered on Guard's body during a full body search.
See? This button Griffin held to shut up down. He was that rascal on guard.
It was caught up in the pleats of his cynical samurai Hakama pants.
See? Vanguard is the Nico Samurai.
Witness! No, it ain't just me.
And I do have an active imagination. But just now, didn't you say that the defendant, man God, was wearing his usual racing jacket? I'm so sorry. I can judge people based on what they wear.
בואי, אני לא עושה את זה. אני מעדיף לי כמה שפחות לדבר איתו, לדבר על פיקו של ונדי, כי זה באמת כואב. Oh my god! Shut up!
Oh, hold your tongue still. There for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Guard, the man. But Mr. Guard, the Nico Samurai? And when you think about it,
Oh my god,
you really want the same anyway. Literally, you're the Kudem! Miss Sullivan, this is a very important point we're talking about. Lady Pooh, you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering.
Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. With this, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify. Alright, if you insist. I should be the one sighing, not you.
Croissant.
On guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nico Samurai. That's right. It was the Nico Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So you must have worn a Nico Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? I'd be a bad little boy, thinking such rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
Ah, Dragon's Day. I told you there is no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so. What I say is the truth.
Oh my god, Wendy, shut up. At least she's just as delightful as a witness as she was a year ago.
Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Was the Nico Samurai? Would it be convenient to wear his costume? He could do that post-ceremony show. So he must have worn the Nico Samurai costume. Yeah. Why are my fingerprints? My skin. Oh my god, Zach, is that Carl? Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scam with that, I'll have you know it won't work.
No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important in this case?
Don't have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it.
Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at.
What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving?
Shut up! פשוט תקשיב לאט לאט והכל יהיה בסדר. If Mr. Go was really in the Nico Samurai costume at the time of the murder,
then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all of his fingerprints on this knife right off. Oh, that's right. Like a samurai wears gloves, doesn't he?
He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing.
Llama. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that.
However, there is one possibility.
Then let's hear the possibility.
It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as Nico Samurai. At the time, the defendant had no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off.
But the murder still did take place.
It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim.
Yes, I've heard that before. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him.
כן, מה שאני חשבתי.
מה באת לקחת את הסכין in the first place?
How to this point are any problems?
Yes! There is a contradiction! This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony.
What are you babbling about?
Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Angara was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to go to the victim's room without intent. This knife! This was used by Mr. Angara at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought the knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Korea.
I suppose.
However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would you bring the knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your fear was flawed from supposition? Supposition?
What's it?
Supposition what? Mother supposition! And one more thing. If the mother was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Oh my god, soft card is soft.
I shut off with suspicion.
Or, I say, order in the court. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To frame Matt! It's to frame my client, Matt and God, of course.
You're afraid?
Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established that the witness saw the Nico Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there should be a single fingerprint on this knife. Witness. Looks like I made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Jibu?
Goodness, did you or did you not really sit Nico Samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Angari and the Nico Samurai? His character on TV?
I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting in front of the doors because, well, I wasn't waiting for the Nico Samurai, that's for sure.
She wasn't waiting for the Nico Samurai. Alright then, who are you waiting around for then?
That's top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Wang Korea, my correct witness.
Now, what do you think? You are a sad amateur with terrible case of nearsight... sightedness.
Amateur? Me? What am I, an amateur off? So I was waiting in front of the victim's room. It doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Korea. Maybe, Vince. Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person. If it's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's certainly possible. Lo Nico Samurai, lo one. אתם לא רלוונטיים. גם אתה לא. Willpowers גם נראה לא רלוונטי. ואת מתה. למשל את אדריאן. Okay. Miss Allback. You're waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, aren't you? Adrian. כי גם יש בקשר בין אדריאן לבין וואן.
Who is this person?
This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Angard's manager.
Why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room?
It seems like this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor.
Oh, this is... Well, this is... Ah, I see.
The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing.
And the manager with the initials AA. Are you saying it's...
Agent Andrews? Without doubt, the witness thought so as well.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. Witness? What in the world?
Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling.
I've got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here? I really don't like to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then, witness. Please testify about the secret information.
Yeah, ready. This is going to take the wind out of you, youngins.
Sure, we're all capable of handling this. Really. It's not like we're 10 years old.
Angard is one evil man. He finds could ruin poor one by causing huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with one. I can cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay?
That's his marriage. A disgraceful topic for this court.
What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying? The truth is never pleasant?
Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this aged dangerous person? We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. But should this be true, and this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim, maybe this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, we'll cross-examine the witness. Be careful. The old bag seems rather excited right now.
That's right. And God is nothing but your average full-blooded youth.
Well, as the old saying goes, go burn old bags with fire. Wow! Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway into the danger zone. That was an evil man, but he could run one by causing a scandal. To do that, he sent his manager to get close. This cannot condemn such dirty tricks short of action. On this is toxic. My seat.
So, what do you mean by I took action? I already told you. I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you youngins need.
We're going to teach her a good lesson?
I was going to make her hate the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this.
Oh, stop!
Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night.
You don't have any proof that Miss Ungar did any such thing.
You must be suffering from shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now, since
Your in so much suck.
you can't do anything right.
You're right, I can't do anything. But boy, do I wish I could just do something about you.
Alright then, Sonny. Show me what you got.
Can I show it with the goddamn bear ill will towards one? I'm gonna about ill will of one. Any clue? I don't have anything to offer.
See? Just as I thought.
You were lettering me about saying things without proof.
You're giving me free pass to say whatever I want to whenever I want, silly boy.
Me and my big mouth.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. For you, anyway.
scandal? What do you mean by that?
You're the winner one, aren't you? Can't believe you don't know what the scandal is. Honestly, why are they teaching kids in middle school these days?
No, I wasn't asking about what the word scandal means. Even I know that much.
Well, Vanguard thought he could own a monopoly of popularity.
האם יש לי בכלל משהו? אני כבר לא יודע. פה 100% אולי יש משהו.
Wait! What? A busy woman! Tea time with the kids is over!
Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information?
Ah! Well, that's because I'm a pro! Yes, that's it! It's a secret. If you drill the hole into my brain, you'll never find out!
How in the world did that old bat gets such a secret of information? יכול ישר לעשות פרזיות המלון. כן, יש את הקטע של המצלמה של לוטו. נראה לי זה חייב להיות המצלמה של לוטו, אני לא יכול לחשוב על שום דבר אחר. בוא נעשה סייב לפחות. Present evidence. So no one else is supposed to know about the secret information, correct? That's true, then what do you know of Miss Olbach?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that!
Witness! I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? כן, אומרים שיש משהו עם לוטה שם, אני לא טועה. The investigative photographer, Laura Hart.
Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl.
She reported she had lost a certain note she had written to herself.
She reported such a thing?
On the piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
No, I said impressions.
This piece of paper is completely meaningless?
Ah, that's it. That's the note.
You see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy.
למה שהיית מציעה את הדף הזה?
Then you're the one who took Miss Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of ones, that's why. That infamous, puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil Angard.
She said to herself,
Angard, I'm his sidekick. You're so happy, smile like a silly duck. I was only checking that I was only checking what she had written.
Bruh.
Handshake? You believe me, don't you? So only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before.
You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine.
It's only a piece of paper. Suppose we can overlook this just once.
She looks like she's really sorry. I forgive her. Pile more pressure! Yana! If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. What this? Is that the only thing you saw was that note? Is this correct?
Snow? Well, why did you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it!
Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
It's all bad. I never knew that was the only thing you stole that night. Mix them up. It's all bad. This note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? You say Lord Holmes was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweet 1600 camera disappeared on me." Why? Witness.
What is it, Gramps?
If you have the note, then it's only logical that you have the camera too.
Looks like you found me on the gets, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
Oh, that's...
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people.
I think your definition of borrow is a little off.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, "Lineback celebrity photographer extraordinaire." Oh, well, it's not that I have to know it's a picture shit taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things.
Bravo, Wendy. Bailey! Check this camera's photos. Hurry! We must examine them at once. Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's seem to be only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present to the court. Oh. This is the Nico Samurai.
See? I told you! That's the guy I saw!
There's proofs that the witness was not lying about this man. Okay. What does it all mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not provide that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Angard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nico Samurai costume.
That's the case that this Nico Samurai is
the defendant. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god, there's a case! There's a case! How do I count this?
And this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly.
Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you ever disclose decisive evidence against your client? This photo really is decisive, and we're done for. Okay. Guys, when I any shit out of us!
למה יש את התמונה הזאת? ולאלה מדברים על הניקו סמוראי שטק. או! מעניין. בפרומו רואים את הרגליים שלו, אבל בתמונה ממש לא רואים אותם, כאילו הם ממש נסחבים בעצם על ידי הקאמה, על ידי הבגדים. This film really is decisive that we're done for. If I had an objection here and below it, now I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There is only one route to out of this mess. This photo Law took. There's something strange about it. There's something strange with this photo.
I knew this was coming, right?
A thought, Mr. Edward?
I think we can all agree there is nothing strange with this photo. There is no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster.
Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Anyway, please look at this photo one more time. You really believe that if you find something wrong with this photo, you should only need one chance, correct?
Well, Ken! So,
I have to find something wrong with this photo. Can't let it go by chance. I can't let this chance go by. Why the heck did she take this photo from anyone? It's out of focus. Why can't you take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? All going. Take that! I'd like to direct the conscious attention to this one area right here. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see the person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And? What does that mean? The custom person in this photo could not have been a stone guard. What is the meaning of this?
I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is.
Let's take a look at the Ginkgo Samurai's poster! Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the Hakama. Socks. You can see socks. Exactly. Over in this photo, the Ginkgo Samurai is clearly holding his Hakama just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Right. I think I've done things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is?
Edgeworth is unusually calm today.
Yeah, Muzal. That's true.
He's just letting the trial run itself. As if he's only along for the ride.
Along for the ride? What do you mean by that?
I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all.
Doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged this case at all?
Mr. Edgeworth, where does this all leave us?
If the person in this photo is not man on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless.
I figured it would come to this.
What?
Right. I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not man on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Who is the person wearing the Neko Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. But you should be focused on his Edward's attitude, don't you think? Yeah. Why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. What's the person in this photograph? כל זה נזרוק. ונדי צילמה לא להתחפן על המצלמה, אלא גם אין לו שום מוטיב. הווקטור האמת, כולכם לא הייתם, כל החבורה הזאת לא הייתם. אתה נמוך פה, זה לא יכול להיות אתה. מחזיר אותנו לאדריאן עוד פעם. Adrian? If you want to know who that Neko Samurai is, it is none other than this woman. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short, and she can freely move in and out of Mr. Unguard's room. Finally, checked in with Mr. Unguard that night. And how does that all add up? It means it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife and Mr. Unguard's fingerprints all over it. That knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? I'll do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The fence moves to indict Miss Agent Andrews and the murder of one Korea. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Wow. Whore. Looks like this trial had a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? This court is issuing the subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. Heard that cannot be passed without hearing her testimony. Right. This is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means the trial will go on for another day. Another day? Ah! We're not gonna get a verdict today! Tomorrow. Now then, we should set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? I'm just about to adjourn the court. Objection! Anchor, hold on! Now then. Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must miss the verdict today. I can't allow that. You can't not hear Miss Andrews. Oh. Andrew. Are you bored of wasting such valuable time? Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But you cannot continue during this unexpected development. Unexpected development? No, I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? A Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan. Even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? Interesting. What's the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Angel Andrews is currently waiting in a prosecutor's lobby. She is the next witness.
Everything was planned out in advance by that man?
Somehow, I knew there was no way anyone would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this bow is far from over. Exactly.
Very well. We'll call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Let's prepare your witness in that time, sir. The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
To be continued. אבל אני ממשיך. אני ממשיך עדיין. אני אעשה סייב לרגע. אבל שנייה אחת אני אעשה BRB, אני הולך לשתות מים, אני כבר חוזר. אוקיי, חזרתי. שעה ו20 דקות בערך, ואני רק שמתי את החלק הראשון של הטריאל. וואו. יאללה, בוא נסיים את זה. לפני 2:14, זה קוד רוש. לפני לא בשלוש. Can't believe that agent. No way. Not cool and collected, Agent Andrews.
She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off.
The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So, after the ceremony, during the break, we're sleeping like a log the entire time. See? She could also have easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Because she was the one to wake me up? You're saying it really was her? Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered one Korea. Oh. Why? I thought she was both with one. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial is over. You'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Give me a verdict refreshing like a spring breeze. Okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Phoenix? You think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right? Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impacts suddenly killed herself. It sounded like she had left a suicide note, and the person thought to have hidden it. Is Juan Corrida, the victim of this murder.
And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. All to get the suicide note back.
That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me.
What?
Who was it that first told us about the relationship? Very stated. Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regard to Miss Impact's.
It was Edgeworth.
It looks like he's still the one in command of the ship. Don't let your guard down yet.
Interesting. 2005 קורטרום 3.
Corbin hour convened. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witnesses subpoenaed by this court. Miss Agent Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Malagard.
I see. Now then,
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. And would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
Oh, no, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of gossip land.
If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he would do all my work for me.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I wasn't aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait. What's that bait and fry? Remind me of fishing.
But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. I think there is someone who would beg to differ.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim. Now, Miss Andrews.
Very well then, witness. Please testify to the court. About what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
When I found the body in my room.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
You pour yourself a glass of juice?
Yes. I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. You may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix? She's one cool and collected customer. And she has the brains to match.
Yes, I know.
Now, to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disturb her pacing.
Disturb her pacing?
She's the type of woman who is easily thrown by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you leapt up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? Okay. Man Yen! What again, Matt? That one was in shock. I saw was the same scene in the crime photo. Thought as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. אבל זה מלא! זה ליטרלי מלא, זה נראה, או לפחות נראה מלא. לא. לפרס קודם? Juice? Yes, there was a bowl of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her to is keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're going to catch her with some very strong is with very strong decisive evidence. I have to find something, you just have to, for Maya's sake. لما شو دخل الوان؟ Why did you do that? As a friendly gesture. One was to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show is supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon? What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you have more personal matter to discuss with the victim. Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. I can't get her to talk about a strong piece of evidence, I guess. May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? Oh, his dead body. What I saw was the same thing as the photo. You were in shock? What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculated person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had any romantic feelings for Mr. Korea. Anyone randomly stumbling upon that body would be in shock. You can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. I see. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the body of One Korea, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself a glass of juice, correct? I love it. My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think it was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Oh, never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say? Banamshi! Miss Andrews! I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. Oh! Flower vase? Are you talking the one on the floor in the crime file? This mess of glass shards? It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did we withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. Looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Is this anything else you might have to reveal in your testimony? I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. I was the one who knocked the flower vase over, where it fell onto the guitar case. למקרה הזה עכשיו יהיה בולשט עוד פעם. הגיטר קייס היה פתוח. אוקיי, יופי. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over, is this correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there a problem with what I said? It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly why it's so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, that were true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. Yeah. Well, okay. That's very true. Furthermore, there's one strange thing about this guitar case. And what's that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what's wrong with that? If the guitar case was open where the vase fell, the glass shards should be inside, not outside the case. Huh. And what is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? No. Think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yes, that's right. Implicitly, said she didn't touch the guitar case. Well, but this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The Broadway guitar was found at the studio. There's no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be, however, that guitar case does seem to have no relation in this case, doesn't it? It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? Make her testify. Damn the guitar case! is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this. But this is you.
I don't believe I'm doing this either. Alright. I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, let's testify to court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, a guitar case.
I remember couldn't do it clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As to why I opened the case, even I don't know.
Looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start a cross-examination!
Using any way to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man.
The case was empty. Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside.
How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The Briar guitar was done at the studio. These trials would be over half the time if you would just pay attention.
Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright. Sorry. As to why I opened the case, I don't know. Was it because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body?
Yes, that's probably it.
I'm not going anywhere if I continue proceeding like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give this a try.
Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her now.
I was planning on letting up, but
She's at her weakest now. So this is our chance.
I have a little weapon to hit her with.
I'm sure the weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found.
Mention a court record. Po. מה שבכלל הבאנו את אדריאן בגלל זה. יש correlation? אני לא יודע אם יש correlation. אולי? לא יודע. זה. לא! זה היה בעייתי, I just need to save על זה. So you opened the guitar case then?
Yes, well, maybe.
Why did you open the guitar case?
Huh?
Mr. Korea's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? Oh!
Huh.
I would think that the first thing you would do is to call for help, not to open the guitar case.
As the witness has said her multiple times, when she found the body, she was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the Briar guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would you care about the bright red guitar? Alright, get it back on top. Oh. Any clue? Oh! היא הזכירה שהיא פתחה את הגיטר קייס. I was curious that the bright guitar was taken, maybe the criminal took it. ואז לטלי בא אחר כך. מדברים על הברייר גיטרה עוד פעם, פה. תראי רק את זה. Don't remember it clearly because it was big days. There it is the man just now. Do you remember those events clearly in your mind? Well, you see. Are you sure that you're the one who opened the guitar case? She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not. Sounds like her dependent side is taking over. Miss Andrews? Yes, it was me. מה יכול לעשות פה? אולי פה אני צריך לעשות את התמונה של לוטה? לא. כאילו מה שאני חושב זה כל הזמן מדברים על הגיטר קייס. והרי יש סיבה למה יש ניקו סמוראי. כאילו אנגרד היה לבוש בניקו סמוראי ואז אחר כך יש אדריאן פה. אז כאילו זה מוכיח בעצם שיש שתי חליפות. מה הבעיה בזה שפשוט יש שתי חליפות? No way to make her talk with some evidence. מה אני אמור לעשות פה?
And fingerprints. Oh my god! Oh my god! I לא מאמין. זה היה בגלל שלא היה fingerprints. Oh my god. אני מאוד מעניין. בוא נמשיך כבר. There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Because the only fingerprints on the guitar on this guitar case are those of the victims. Oh. Oh my god! What is it, Miss Andrews? You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? If I were to tell you, I was wearing gloves at the time. Gloves? Why were you wearing gloves at this time? It was the night of the award ceremony. Of course, they just up for the occasion. Yes, now remember. I was sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Oh, that's right. I think the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. That's strange. You're wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time? התמונה של אותו. מה? I think it's time for you to go home now, right? Well, you hurt yourself, that is. Hurt myself? You're right, Mr. Wright. You don't have to push yourself so hard. Guess I was trying a little too hard there. Now, if the defense has no further objections, I would turn to the testimony. זה 100% objection! זה 100% משהו של objection! זה משהו של objection, צריך להוכיח משהו! An idiot! I have a proof right here! This wine glass! The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass! Oh. Even if you took your gloves off and you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange? That you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? My god. Oh my god, an idiot! Oi, oi, oi! Looks like you've hit the nail on the head this time. What do you mean? I believe the guitar case plays a very important role here. It's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty though. But the guitar. The Brown guitar was in the studio. Phoenix, drop all your pre-assumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. I mean, was it bright white? Bruh. That's alright. Bruh, Phoenix. I mean, it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case. Your Honor, this is obvious that the defense's unusual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided. No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews has testified that the vase fell onto
to the guitar case, which was that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in the front of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case is something of some relation to the murder.
If you're so sure, right?
I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
As a Nico Samurai. אני קוסם, זה מה שחשבתי.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well, I suppose for a second. But the Broadway guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
A bright red guitar not being the only thing? I mean, this is a bright...
No!
So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty. Is that it, right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflate your that head, of course. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside the case at the time of the murder? It says, this is a photograph.
Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor.
And this picture?
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... inside the guitar case was the Neko Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What?
Oh my god, self-course solved!
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Right?
Are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume?
What insane point would there be doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Erin just put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starting for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo?
Ken!
Or. But we landed it into another mess of it, haven't we?
Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. Well,
the real murderer was hiding inside the costume.
wait 1 second, Your Honor. Neko Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Malgard. Or would something that of the defendants be in the victim's room. Inside the guitar case of all places. Zebigashi a spell! Edgewolf!
That's true. That is a little baffling. That's right. I would like to hear your thoughts. What was this little samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
It's a spell! Mr. Red did not take off his costume during the break period. In that case, the costume we're talking about was a spell one.
What? Are you saying that on the night of the murder? There were 2 Nico Samurai costumes at the Gateway Hotel?
Ken! Yes, that is what I'm saying.
But how did they split the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spell to the ceremony on purpose.
But why? The victim, the burrito, was the jamming ninja. Why would you secretly bring the Nico Samurai spare costume with him? That could be a reason behind such a peculiar act. And therein lies the sticking point. What are you mumbling to yourself about just now? I've just been rambling about all this time without any sense of inner monologue. Huh? No, I just... Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nico Samurai spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this? Think carefully before you answer. Nathan, answer with gusto. I believe in you. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nico Samurai spare costume was... So, a press conference. Shem Angard Loyadalov. What is this? On another out of the stage show, the Nico Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. A press conference? Yes. The Nico Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. I heard about this as well. For once you're not making something up, right? But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Angard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can mean the only one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? Yes. The spare Nico Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold a press conference as the Nico Samurai. Oh my god. Цього сова вже підтримуємо сперем, сокрусов. Was going to dress up as the Nico Samurai and hold a conference? And why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I'm concerned with right now is what he did intended to reveal at that conference. Nico Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that one Corrida, posing as the Nico Samurai, was going to speak about Madame Guard. Yes, I guess that is what it would mean. But if that's the case, that's not a confession. That's that's public disclosure. Miss Andrews? I can see why you are pros at what you do. Pardon me? Yes, just as you say. The press conference was set up by one. Oh my... Miss Andrews! Please offer us an explanation for this. I was the one he asked to help set up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him was also me. You? What had bet anything on the Jumping Ninja this year? And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It was going to ruin him, huh? At least somehow, one had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had been revealed. What? Do you know what the secret of Mr. Angard's is, Miss Andrews? That's something only one knew. But I don't know what it is. Ah, I see. I've probably been kind now quite suspicious to everyone. But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all.
Protect Mr. Encore?
And yet again, another strange bit of the truth has come to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior. Yes, Your Honor, I understand. Protecting Matt. The moment.
Oh, there you go. Fuck. Okay, yes, I do.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill one no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for the time he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and the knife. Well, I'm Matt's manager, so I thought that I had to protect him. This does account for everything. Well, I am the logical type. Perfectly seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit. If the defense can find no fault with this testimony, I'm ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine, Mr. Wright. Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again.
That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down.
My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, the button and the knife. My Matt's manager, so I had to protect him.
The button and the knife. You'd hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
And what about the button?
The button?
It's clearly from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the kidnapper ripped the button from the jamming ninja's costume.
We're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the boots of Matt's Hakama, isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Ugh. Looks like you were out folks again, Mr. Wright.
Anyway, the knife is a proven thing. Please fix your testimony.
Can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat. Thank goodness I can still look at me. Evidence is there, yes.
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
The bar was turned off by what? That bar was turned off of what during the fight? His fight with Matt.
The button was torn off? Lemana, Sakadava! Again! What's the point? Okay, hello, okay. Pensate per mappa, enter! And how did you know that?
When the ends of the threads on the button and the costume were matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly, or so I heard.
I've heard it before too. But what would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such a fine detail?
Don't look at me like that. Just because I'm prepared and you are not.
That's what I heard this day for sure. If there's anything to prop up, it has to be here, but where and what?
אוקיי, מה? אם מסתכלים פה, הסכין בעצם בדם בגלל שדקרו אותו. נכון. אומרים עליי שה-cause of death הוא strangulation. ה-cause of death הוא החניקה. מהצעיף שוואן שם עליו. אבל איכשהו לכפתור עדיין יש דם. שהוא לא יכול להתאים טוב פה על פי התמונה. אז יוצא על זה שאלה, למה בכלל לתקור אם הוא בכלל נחנק? כאילו מה פה? אין טעם בחניקה. אז מה פה אתה בדקירה? אם הוא נחנק. This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. Strangulation? The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean it was ripped off the costume. When? After the knife was stabbed into the victim. Exactly. Which means it's impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle. Because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body. What is this? What is the meaning of this, right? So as the body was torn out of the victim, the body out of the victim already died. What does that change? Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button turned off? What purpose did that serve? What purpose? We now know this button was not turned off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip off this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it?
Right. What does this mean?
Does this mean that you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button?
What was it?
To pin the criminal on guard! Solve yourself. There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. On guard. There's no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. That's right. Mr. On guard was set up. By the real killer, of course. And the real murderer is?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What in the world is the real killer then? Adrian. Finally. I can believe they managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point. Adrian, you literally established. Yes. You can't let the guard down yet. Not until the very end. The real killer, the person who framed Mr. On Guard, was Adrian Andrews! I choose you! Blah, Pokemon. You are Mr. Corliss Killer! What? Boy, that's right! This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence to support your charge? Any evidence? All of the evidence points to Miss Andrews! How preposterous! You can't stick any of that on me! I can't I?
Would you care to test me?
Then what about this knife?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On guard, naturally. A knife covering the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you.
Then, what about the plan that was found in Matsukama?
This boy was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. Ngal was the real killer, there's nobody who would put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama. God, the other person who could have put this burn into Mr. Onguard's Hakama is the person who went to wake him up from his nap, which is you, yet again, Miss Andrews.
See, what about the guitar case?
That's also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled from the crime scene. Now, who could have known there was such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who had prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrienne Andrews.
No,
Marshall! But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints.
If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would ask her why. So don't leave any prints. She used the tower or something else to open it. But the glass of images is a different story. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that yes, indeed, she was the classic day's discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all off, there is this photo. Oh my god! Kala evidence on Andrews. Oh my god! A photo of the killer as they exit to the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on earth can believe this Nico Samurai is Mr. On guard. He would be much too sure for his own costume if this was him. Oh my god! Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
please stop.
Well, how about Miss Andrews? I think Corolla's an absolute win. Bye-bye. Okay. אני יודע חייב לסיים פה את הסטורי. אני יודע חייב לסיים פה את הטריal. Got her this time.
Miss Andrews?
I refuse to testify.
What was that?
There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
Huh.
Oh, yes.
Fala, yeah, it's a code. What the fuck?
You're absolutely correct, Miss Andrews.
Well, that's provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination.
Allowing the witness not to testify, the testimony can cause damage to themselves.
What?
Pleading the fifth? That's something most people would think to do on the spot!
Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Guard's room.
He drained Angel's. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright.
That's it. That's when Francisca planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things look bad.
You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there's still one thing you haven't done yet.
What you haven't done?
What's wrong, right? Are you finished already?
Run out of evidence. Why are you so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless.
What?
Everything you're proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial?
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor to wish to murder Mr. Korea.
Motive, huh? Miss Andrews, do you want to kill Mr. Korea?
My God. I believe this may lead me to incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it will be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
Oh, she's taking a defiant attitude again. Yeah, what should we do?
Somehow, landed in the worst possible situation.
Ma? I think that we have reached a certain conclusion at this point. At this point in time, St. Angels has refused to testify. And the defense's theory that she's the actual murderer is not to be fully substantiated with solid definitive proof. But that's not true! Oh my god. Oh, the puppet! In this situation, there's only one thing this court can do. And that's to declare recess. Recess? I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial... Maya! Tomorrow? Maya! We didn't have it tomorrow! Oh, we don't get guilty victim today, then! Oh my god. Please wait, Your Honor! That's not necessary! The trial! Please continue the trial!
What are you sweating for? Brookline is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
That's not it! This isn't about that! Edgeworth! I know you know who the real killer is! Please, let the trial continue! If I don't get the verdict, then Maya! It's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is... Objection! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god.
It is not impossible for this trial to continue.
Mr. Edgeworth, why?
It's true, Miss Andrews holds the right to act against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation was something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
Yes, that is very
True, but... Actually, there is one thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews. When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice, pass, and can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they are shaken up, not staring at glass juice because of juice. So my actions were unusual, but before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she would first discover the victim's body. What we found out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. Okay, wow! Wow! Oh my god! Mother Kesha trial set in Lola Gilase! Oh my god! I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read out of him. Is he a friend or foe? I just don't know. The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please. Oh my god, there's your testimony! Now, a glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and I saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw it sitting like that, I thought he was dead. Thought that he was dead, it didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something. So I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over. Huh? So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in the earlier testimony? I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left. I know. Edgeworth? What the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Oh shit, here we go again. Suppose I walked in the room and saw that it was messy and War was letting slump over it. Porn. It seemed like that. Well, the fire didn't dead. Hold on. שנייה. אם את לא שמת את הסכין הזה, אם את לא עשית פריימים לגב, איך אפשר לחשוב שהוא יושב בעצם עם הסכין ליטרלי דקור? עם הסכין נדקר. אוקיי, יופי, תודה לאל. Oh my god. So, you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, no. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body. Huh. What is the meaning of this? Is it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Correa's chest. And who saw this scene will immediately thought that he here was a dead man. That's... well, you see... I think a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted. And then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink. Point is... Miss Andrews! Your testimony just now! It was all one giant lie! And your lie has proven one thing very clearly! That you are the real killer! Oh my god! Yes! They updated the case! Yes! Oh my god. It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant is Mr. Malangard is not guilty after all. But that's impossible! You're wrong!
Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He was the one who killed Juan. But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself. That's because...
Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify. Oh my god, that's true?
There is no need for this court to continue any further.
Mr. Mangard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated. Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually, the real killer confesses his or her guilt. Now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Then, I'd like to hang down my verdict for Mr. Mangard.
Edgeworth!
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
What?
The absolute real truth? What are you?
Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who planted this your silly idea in your head. But as long as you protect yourself for your silence, Morangar will go free. And in his place, you will become the guilty party.
It's a lie. I don't believe you.
What?
I was told if I spoke, it would be all over. And Matt would never be declared guilty.
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
It's Franziska von Karma.
Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by repeatedly onto the words of others. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
And right now, Miss Andrews is.
Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, God will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undeniably believes in those words right now, and is clinging onto them.
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? What we have to do now is to get her not guilty. That is my only priority. Wasn't me. I'm begging you, please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Oh, please, someone help me. Oh my God. זה בהחלט שוער מטורף! What the fuck? לא התמודדתי עם זה עד עכשיו, מה זה?
That's right.
Yes, Your Honor?
This court can't continue on like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
What they intend to do?
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right. I suggest you think this very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did, and not what she did not do. And think about who the real mastermind behind the crime is. Who's the real mastermind? Is that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there. Right? Come now. What will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Hello, Deco. Oh my god. לא יפה, אני לא באמת, אני באמת מרגיש עייף, אני לא רגיל לכזה אורך. כאילו, למה לשם, באמת? Force Andrews to testify. Or request not guilty. You don't doubt that, man. כדור, אם אני אוציא את מאט, זה יהיה מאיו. Not guilty, you're telling me that's suspicious. Not what she says. This Andrews is the only person it could be. Not to mention, I have a choice. I have to win a complete acquittal today. Your Honor, the defense believes there is enough evidence to substantiate our claim. Therefore, we motion that this court passes the verdict of not guilty as soon as possible. I'm disappointed in you, Wright. What have you learned in this past year? That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear the defense's theory is the truth. You're wrong. אני חייב לעשות not guilty בשביל להוציא את מאיה! עכשיו. What a shame. I have both think when it comes to this. However, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulder to disclose this to the court. Stop. My other. Mr. Edgeworth? This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. What? And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. מדברים על זה עכשיו! Stop! Please stop! No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report. What will you do now, witness? You know what I'm about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the beautiful woman known as Adrian Andrews. The secret of her dependent nature. How about other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world. Please, please stop! I beg you! If people find out, I'll...
If you're going to say you would choose that, that is no concern to me.
My god, Edgeworth! What the fuck?
Edgeworth, how can you be so cold? However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still burning lips. No matter what I have to do. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. Alta, please help me. Nothing matters anymore.
Why?
When I first saw him, really thought he had fainted. Honest! I realized he was dead. That was when I formulated my plan. But to make sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then, I stabbed one dead body with the knife, and ripped off the button. Just when I finished, I was returned to Matt's room. I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the Nico Samurai costume.
Stab the body with the knife? But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin this on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth. The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again. Just like last time.
Last time?
So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Correa, in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Maringard for the murder. And this is her crime.
What?
How is this possible?
Wasn't Miss Andrews
Supposed to be the real murderer?
That's right. Please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
It's a cross-examination and I want a sample! Let me just own cross-examination in the first place! Let me be son of a shit for letting tell it I'm not guilty! When it fainted when I realized I was dead, that's why I formed my plan. I dashed to Matt's room, stabbed one, and ripped the button. Just when I finished with and returned to Matt's room, I had an inconvenience. That's why I ended up using the Nico Samurai costume.
Why inconvenience?
An inconvenience? There was a woman with a camera already, loitering in the hallway.
When I to my spikes, it was Lata.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
That's Miss Elback for you.
I'd already been caught and made into a big scoop for certain weekly tabloid once. So I could very well go out looking like myself to get caught and get caught again.
That's why I used the samurai costume.
You can't tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say you did not know he was dead? Had a scarf tied around his neck. That scarf is a part of the Jamming Ninja costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His hand was also pulled it down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I would wake him up. I went to pour the juice. What is this plan you have? I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew before one. Because one was going to expose Matt's weakest point to the world. So Matt dares to stop one and silence him for good. And that's when I thought I should forge some evidence to pin this crime on Matt.
So the forged evidence for the knife and the bottle.
The first one that came to mind was to plant the knife. And to make sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash to Matt's room.
That was so you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I might use that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I stepped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of crime. And then I stabbed one, ripped the button.
So you were the one who stabbed the victim with the knife.
Gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. I moved it inside. Then when I started climbing that body, I suddenly realized something. If I used the button somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Angard's Hakama? Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? When I finished, I had a bit of an inconvenience, and that's why I ended up with the costume.
You were the one who prepared the costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it in Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes, Juan wanted to wear the costume and hold a press conference in it. I was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
Well, what is this secret?
That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nico Samurai costume, that people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So after that, you went back to Miss Angard's room, planted the button.
Into Matsukama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. And then snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word. What does all this mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is my guard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down to talk.
Oh my god, okay, so you're too complicated. Oh my god. באמת, למה הקייס חייב להיות כזה complicated? זה השאלה שלי. Francisco, huh?
She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done. If I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice to believe in her words.
Wow.
This witness has done is clearly unlawful.
However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer. Wait, Your Honor! If it's still... Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to link Miss Andrews or anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. Cross-examination of this witness is over. It's always today's trial. We have established that the witness was the culprit. Please let go, Mr. Wright. But... Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning. Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately. That is all. Court is adjourned for today. Oh my god! No! For fuck's sakes! Ray, this trial, it's over. And then what an acquittal. Witness, would you mind if I ask you something? Edgeworth? What is it? Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The car in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. כן, הקלף של אנדרוס, אם אני זוכר נכון. מאיה מצאה אותו איפה שהיא נמצאת. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day. The room? That day? Yes. I found this car when I discovered one's body. I was lying there right next to him. You found that card next to the victim's body? I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. It's not this card has any relevance to one's murder, right? Yeah, I guess not. It's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as the clue to this case, I don't see why. Oh! Oh! Wait, that's the card! Give it to me, hurry! Edgeworth? You have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? Ako, Apple. This... I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. I didn't mean to. What is this all about? Never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. That card? What in the world is it? And what does it mean? To be continued! Oh my god! My Maya! שכח מזה. Save. סיימתי. Investigation 3, אוקיי. אז יש המשך! אז מה עם מאיה? מה עם מאיה? It's just involved by writing call offices. Oh boy. זה משהו. ליטרלי, השואל הזה היה יותר מדי ארוך ממה שרציתי. בעצם זה היה כמה? בערך שעה 20 לחלק הראשון של הטרייל. ושעה 40 לחלק השני. Are you fucking kidding me? כמעט הייתי 3 שעות לדבר על הדבר הזה.
בוא נסיים את הלייב הזה פה בשביל שלא יהיה לי בעיות. הקול שלי כואב, בבקשה שוונדי לא תחזור. כאן ירין ניפגש בסרטון עולם הבא של אני כמובן מקווה שנהנתם. וירין, אאוט. ביי חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים.